Today on the Budget Gamer channel, we're going to be looking at an interesting indie called Butcher. Now this one is spelled exactly like it sounds. The only goal is to relentlessly slaughter everyone you come across. Rendered as a classic arcade-style 2D shooter, this side-scroller is like poetry to fans of the genre. And I have to admit, even though I'm not the biggest fan of these types of games, I'm more toward action-adventure RPG or puzzle, this game was great. As a relentless, completely inhuman cyborg, the only objective is to go through and slaughter everyone who's left in this battle station tower kind of thing. And I think that's one of the most fun parts about it is, if you've ever really played tower defenders, you're the anti-hero. Moving from chapter to chapter, scene to scene, and level to level, you are actually cruising through even what's been rendered as a tower for a tower defender. And now it finally starts to make sense as to why villains are always attacking your towers. This stuff is fun. Butcher is brutal, fast-paced, and really difficult. But as the game touts the easiest mode being hard, that's the same as saying your speakers go up to 11. They only go up as far as they go up, so the easiest mode is the easiest mode, regardless of what you call it. I have to admit though, I did start playing the game on casual mode, or as I think Duke Nukem called it, crybaby mode. And for me, being kind of roughly new to the genre, it was definitely still challenging, but really fun. After a few minutes, I did turn it up to hard and play through some of those earlier levels again, just to see if I could do it. The only difference really being between the difficulty levels is the drop rate of items and the lowered armor and health caps. As the game's not procedurally generated, having ridiculous reaction time or just getting used to the levels will allow you to play at those harder difficulty settings. As far as the gameplay goes, the controls are actually really intuitive. It's similar to a two-stick rogue style shooter, with the jump and fire buttons being the left and right triggers. Other than that, the only button you really use very often is the Y button for changing through your weapons. As getting mobbed by ridiculous amounts of enemies is pretty par for the course in most of the rooms in this game, cycling through the weapons that still have ammo will need to be something that you get used to pretty quickly. And this is where the unique graphic innovation of having your health and armor bars on the left side of the screen and your ammo bars on the right side of the screen was really helpful. Because at any point in the gameplay, you could either glance over or just pay attention to your periphery vision and know exactly how your character's doing. Checking to see if you should actually even waste your time going for health or armor, or which ammo you might need more than others. The ambient space dungeon-like sounds really immerse you into the environment, and all the screams and agony let you know, yes, you are the villain in this game. And while I'm not saying that graphic blood and gore are what makes a game good, I am saying that it's kinda cool to have a unique perspective on this type of game. You're not the hero, you're cruising through and trying to devastate. You're that enemy that you in your entire life of gaming has been trying to defeat. And it's really cool seeing the shoe being on the other foot. And as soon as I put it together that I was the anti-hero and a tower defender, I just have to say that I enjoyed the game so much more. Because I was able to remember all those tower defenders and base builder games that I had played and thought, man, I am just destroying everything this person's built. And despite being a fast-paced, difficult game that a real experienced player could probably complete in a very short amount of time, Butcher is a game that is totally worth the price. It is really unique that a game that's so difficult could be a good casual. But coming from the perspective of someone who's not really even well versed in the 2D shooters, it is still a really enjoyable game. If you were a fan of some of those gory classics like the early Duke Nukems or even some of the bullet hells like Metal Slug, this may actually be a good gateway to get you into the 2D shooters. But especially if you're already into this type of genre, this is definitely something that's going to easily earn its spot in your collection. Anyway, that about wraps up the review of Butcher on the Switch eShop. If you enjoyed the review or found it helpful, feel free to throw me a like to show your support. And don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell icon so you stay updated with the latest content. These videos are coming out multiple times a week, so there's always going to be some new indie game to discover. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, you're probably going to find it here. Anyway, this has been Budget Gamer, so as always, thanks for watching.